Now, let's take a closer look at F. Scott Fitzgerald's The Great Gatsby and consider how his use of historical context enriches the story. The term fiction is used to describe a story that is made up, but may be based on realistic settings, characters, and events. The setting for The Great Gatsby is in Long Island, New York, a real location on the east coast of the United States. In the early 1920s, New York City was a booming town for making money. And for those wealthy New Yorkers, Long Island became their playground. The main character, Jay Gatsby, comes from a poor background. His only ambition is making money to win the love of Daisy. Here, Fitzgerald puts a human face on the struggle of the working class during that time, and how the fantasy of many was to emulate the opulence enjoyed by a lucky few. The Great Gatsby takes place in the 1920s, during a time period known as the Jazz Age, where people made their fortunes by gambling in the stock market. Having money, status, and throwing extravagant parties was part of being a member of upper-class society. Fitzgerald took this significant element of life in the 20s and used it as the underlying vehicle in his story. Even though this story is set in a real location during an historical time period, with realistic-sounding events, the element that separates this from nonfiction is that the author invented these characters and specific situations. It is a fictional account of the lifestyle of an actual time period. The world of literature encompasses many genres: poetry, fiction, nonfiction, myths, biographies, and more. When you're analyzing a work of fiction, it's important to understand the historical context of the story. This gives you a deeper insight into the themes and characters. Think of another story you've read that makes use of historical context. How does this add to your appreciation of the book?